All right, today we are jumping headfirst into one of the most intense lyrical takedowns in music history. I'm talking about Bob Dylan's 1965 masterpiece, It's All Right, Ma, I'm Only Bleeding. This song, dropped right in the middle of the turbulent 60s, isn't just a song, it's a poetic firestorm, a relentless critique of a world that Dylan saw as completely, utterly hollow. I mean, right from the opening line, Dylan just throws this impossible, unsettling picture at you. Darkness at the break of noon. It just feels wrong, you know? He's telling us right away that the world is completely upside down. And this unnatural shadow, it covers everything, from the privilege of the silver spoon all the way to the innocence of a child's balloon. And that opening, it really just sets the stage for the entire song. It's this nonstop flood of contradictions, a world where what people say and what they actually do are two totally different things, where all these grand ideals get hopelessly tangled up in small, selfish motives. And then you get this line, which, wow. It's basically the song's entire philosophy packed into a single punch. And it's so much more than just a clever phrase. It's this brutal truth about life, isn't it? If you're not growing, if you're not changing, you're decaying. Stagnation is just a slow death. And that idea, that's the engine driving the narrator through everything he's about to show us. This just nails the hypocrisy Dylan's seeing everywhere. He calls out people who preach don't hate, but they're absolutely filled with hate for anyone who disagrees with them. It's this constant double talk, right? A society speaking from both sides of its mouth that just leaves you feeling completely and totally lost. So from these general feelings of hypocrisy, Dylan gets really specific. He's not just vaguely complaining, he takes direct aim at the pillars of society, the institutions that are supposed to guide us. And he just starts knocking them over, one by one. First up, religion. And in Dylan's world, what are the preachers offering? It's not salvation, it's not comfort. Nope, they're selling fear. They're just warning everybody about evil fates and damnation, basically just piling on more anxiety instead of healing any of it. Next on his list, he goes after education. That whole noble pursuit of knowledge, he's saying it's been completely warped. It's not about finding wisdom anymore. Nah. It's just a transaction. It's a way to climb the social ladder and get yourself a seat at the table with the elite and their $100 plays. And he doesn't stop there. He goes right to the very, very top. After religion and education, he takes on the president himself. And his point is so devastatingly simple. Strip away the title, the power, all the prestige, and what do you have left? A vulnerable person. Just like everybody else. Nobody, not even the most powerful person on earth, gets to escape the raw, naked truth. So if all the official institutions are failing, well, what's left? Dylan then shifts his focus to the things society tells us we should worship instead: money, consumerism, pop culture. And what does he find? Just a bunch of hollow gods and phony morals. The imagery here is just devastating. In a single line, he takes two of the most powerful concepts we have, violence and faith, and shows how they've been turned into cheap plastic toys. Everything is just another product to be sold, which proves his point that not much is really sacred anymore. And this is the big lie of consumer culture, isn't it? Every ad is telling you, hey, if you just buy this, you'll be special, you'll be the one. But Dylan's pointing out that while you're busy chasing that fantasy, real life, actual, messy, unscripted life is just happening all around you, passing you by. Dylan's cynicism is just razor sharp here. Forget that old saying, money talks. For him, money swears. It's this vulgar, corrupting force. And that corruption just taints everything, turning all communication, the news, ads, politics, into what he just calls phony propaganda. Okay, let's just hit pause on the analysis for a second and look at this number. 772. What is that? Well, that's how many times, as of today, Bob Dylan has performed the song live. Over 700 times. If you ever for 1 second doubted how important this song is to him, how much it still means, well, that number says it all. So after tearing down the entire system, where does the song even go from there? It turns inward. It becomes this defiant anthem about one thing and one thing only: how to protect yourself, your soul, from a world that is desperately trying to label you, to control you, and ultimately to own you. This line right here is a radical declaration of independence. He's saying, sure, the masters, the people in charge, they make the rules for everyone else, but I'm not playing their game. When he says he has nothing, Ma, to live up to, he is shattering the chains of expectation. He's setting himself free. But as soon as he declares his own freedom, his eyes turn to everyone who's still trapped. He sees all the people forced to obey bosses they have zero respect for, stuck in jobs they can't stand, staring down a future they absolutely despise. They're the ones who can't just opt out. And this is really what the whole internal struggle boils down to. It's that journey to realizing that, in his words, it is not he or she or them or it that you belong to. See, for Dylan, real freedom isn't something that someone gives you, it's something you realize, that your identity is yours and yours alone. Which brings us to the final crucial question that the song poses. After this relentless, almost overwhelming critique of society, hypocrisy, and authority, what can a person actually do? How do you live in a world like this without being completely crushed by it? And the answer? Well, it's been right there in the title the whole time. But it's not a shrug of apathy, it's not surrender. It's something so much more profound. It's a statement of incredible, world-weary resilience. This line, the one he keeps coming back to, it's the narrator's anchor in the storm. It's him looking at all the corruption and all the craziness and basically saying, I see all of this. I get it. And it is not going to break me. It's a pure mantra for survival. And this part is absolutely crucial. He's not in denial. He is bleeding. He is sighing. He fully admits that he's getting hurt by all of this. The real power comes from the fact that saying, it's all right, is a conscious choice to keep going anyway. It's this quiet, stubborn act of defiance right in the middle of a hurricane. And he leaves us with this final haunting image. He knows that his true, unfiltered thoughts are so radical, so dangerous to the status quo, that society would literally want his head for them. But even then, facing that, the answer is still the same. It's all right, Ma. And why? Because this chaotic, painful, beautiful mess is life and life only.